Hey filmmaker, Chung here. In this video we are going to compare the Xeen 85mm T1.5 against the Canon 85mm T1.3. Both of them are like in a range of a nice portrait shot, and also both of them are EF mount lenses, but the Xeen is available in PL, MFT and also E-mount. Both of these lenses are actually borrowed, so I have to give a special thanks to Heartblack, which is an online website where you can purchase professional lenses and also professional camera gear in Hong Kong. So if you are in Hong Kong and need to get some professional filmmaking gear, that is a website to check out. And yeah, these two, I've tried them out, and actually Xeen I've already use it quite a lot on a red camera. Canon lenses I haven't tried that much yet, or Canon CN-E primes, but the price wise is also quite different. CN-E primes are double the price of the Xeen. The weight wise it's also lighter. This is 1.2 kg and the Canon is 1.3 kg, and the focus throw is quite different. The focus throw on the Xeen is 200 degrees, while on the Canon CN-E prime is 300 degrees, making the Canon CN-E prime a little bit easier to do more precise focusing. However, the infinity focus is not precisely on its mark, so you can even go beyond the infinity focus, while on the Xeen you actually stop at the infinity sign. The reason for that is that you can't do a back focus on the Canon because the back or the mount has a electronic in it to give like signal or information to your camera, so you know which aperture you are on if you are using a Canon cinema camera. And if you are using the new Canon cinema cameras, you can also use the new focus assist with it. While with the Xeen you can do a back focus because you can actually open up the back mount and add shims to it, but honestly this isn't a big issue. Just with the Xeen it's slightly easier to just hit the infinity focus precisely with a hard stop, while with the Canon you kind of need to know where to stop. You kind of need to maybe like add some tape to the lens to mark off where the actual infinity focus actually is. The closest focus on the Xeen is at 110, while on the Canon is 96, so you can actually put the lens much or slightly closer. However, both of them, the close focus are still quite far, so you can't really get like a very macro shot unless you digital crop the image, or you are going to add an extension tube on the back to add the macro feature or get a much closer focus. And testing how sharp the images are from both lenses, I've put it on my Sony A7rii II, which can shoot 42 megapixels, which is actually closely to 8K video. But it's quite noticeable. Both of them can capture like this bottle, the focus on the bottle label, and we can see the Chinese signs on it. However, what is noticeable is around the object. So this being of course T1.3, the depth of field should be slightly more shallower, but also there is like a more of a glow going on, more like if you have like a Pro Mist filter of like 1.4, 1.8 on your lens, that this glow goes on, which is something if you want to have slightly dreamy effect might be coming in handy. But with the Xeen it is much more cleaner without this glow, and it's actually quite noticeable with a lot of the shots that this glow goes on certain parts of certain images. And yeah, that is something you might need to think about if you are planning to use this lens wide open. But the glow on the Canon would go away if you stop it down. Both of these lenses does have a bit of a lens flare. However, the lens flare on the Canon is much more pronounced. It also has like an orange hue to it. But somehow the scene is actually a much more warmer feel to it, while the Canon has a much more colder look from the lens itself. Bokeh wise they are quite similar, however of course T1.3 it's much bigger bokehs with the Canon. On the scene I don't really notice much focus breathing, it's just basically only going out of focus. But with the Canon, it's a different story. You can notice a slight hint of zooming in and out while I'm changing the focus. Also, another thing to note is that both of them have a different angle field of view. So the scene is 28.4 while the Canon is 28.8 degrees. One thing I do suggest is to rent these lenses and get a hands-on feel of them, because it's a different thing just looking at all these images and information than having it hands-on, feeling how it's focused, how the images looks like, and if it can capture the feeling that you want for your movie. So that was mainly it comparing these two lenses. Please comment below which of the two lenses you prefer the most, and also which of the two you might purchase or rent for your future projects. So if you are new to this channel and want to see more upcoming videos, please hit that subscribe button here below. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.